Hey legends, it's Aqua and we are going to go through all of this year's BreyerFest models and I will share my honest thoughts and opinions. This year's theme is Midsummer Fair and I just love Scandinavian cultures, their countries and of course their horse breeds. So to start us off we have our celebration model, Corgi Hill Flinker, aka Flinker, and I don't know about you guys, but I think she is the cutest celebration model so far. She's a Norwegian fjord on the sport pony mold and based on the real horse, Flinker. Her shading is beautiful. Breyer did such a lovely job with how soft the shading is, and I can't wait to see Miss Flinker at the park in Lexington. Next we have the event stablemates. All of these are based on Scandinavian countries. So our first one is Helsinki. According to Breyer, he represents Finland and is on the standing Frisian mold. He's a very pleasing metallic blue coated in gloss with some soft dapples. Next we have Copenhagen on the giraffe mold and he's representing the country of Denmark. Breyer designed him so he's a very bright metallic red with Sabino markings, which comes off almost as a chestnut if you have a good imagination. Then we have Uppsala. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this one is our Sweden representative on the semi-rearing Mustang. He's a very interesting metallic blue with a yellow splash thing going on. And our last one is Keflavik, representing Iceland on the lying down mare mold. She's a very sweet little pony and they did her as a metallic red with some blue and soft dapples. And I'll be straight with you guys, I don't really like them all that much. I've never been a big decorator fan and I'm very picky with my stablemates, but I will be getting a random one with my ticket at the park. So we'll see which one I end up with. If I had to choose though, I think I'd go for Helsinki. We move on to our limited edition models. So these models are available to buy at the park or online for certain ticket holders. And our first one is Vindor from Dalalif or Dalalif. And I have very mixed feelings about this guy. I'm conflicted. I don't like the mold, but I love the horse. He's based off a real Icelandic stallion who will be at the horse park in Lexington, by the way, and I just adore his actual color. He's a beautiful silver black / bay, but Breyer, their model just, I don't think it captures his color all that well. He's also quite a heavy mold in general, so I think it will be a definite pass for me. Next we have Pyzix Avdramana. I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but goodness gracious, I need him. He's a Knabstrapper stallion and the actual horse is coming to Lexington, which I think is super cool. I've never actually seen a Knabstrapper in person before and I must have his model. Breyer has very generously placed him on the Idicus mold, which I honestly need to build up my Conga again. So this guy is certainly fueling that fire. He's on my want list and I just love loud colors and spots and all the speckling that's going on with him. So he's really hard to resist. Our third traditional limited edition is Oyvind. I'm definitely not pronouncing that correctly, but he's a very cute Gotland pony, which I find very interesting that Breyer went with the Welsh riding pony. The mold certainly fits the real horse, but the conformation in terms of breed is a little out of whack. I think he's adorable though, and I have got him down on my list, so he will be coming home with me. It will be pretty cool if they did a braided split, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen because the real horse has his mane completely out and loose, but we'll see. Breyer has pulled a couple of good ones on us over the years. Next we have the Crystal, and I'm definitely not gonna pronounce this correctly. It's Skogavos, something like that. He's basically a venti scale version of a model, so between a stablemate and a classic or freedom scale, and this year they decided to go with the Icelandic stallion. It's a pretty well-known breed in Scandinavian countries, so I'm not surprised that they went with the Icelandic. I don't personally collect crystals, so I won't be getting him, but this one certainly captures the theme beautifully, so I have a feeling lots of people are gonna want him. Not to mention, I'm traveling all the way from Australia and back, so buying anything in the form of glass scares me, especially with baggage handlers. Our classic decorator is Delana, and once again, I don't collect classics or freedom scales, so I won't be getting this girl, but she is quite a lovely piece. They based her on Dala horses, which are actually gifts that were carved by loggers and woodworkers to give to their children. It's a Swedish symbol and she's decorated in their traditional floral designs like real Dala horses, so that is very cool. One of my favorite releases is the plushie, I think it's Bloom, but I could be wrong. She's a must-have for me. I love her design with the flower crown and the little streamers coming off it. It's very cute. She's certainly ready to celebrate midsummer style. Next we have our Best of BreyerFest series, number 7. So these are all stablemates inspired by past traditional scaled models that Breyer considers great. So for this series, they are shining the spotlight on the 2008 prize models. So our first one is Anderstorp, named after the famous Sweden Formula 1 racetrack and is based on Monaco, who was the 2008 Open Model Horse Show overall champion prize model. Wow, that's a bit of a mouthful. Next we have Faro, named after a group of rugged islands located in the North Atlantic between Iceland and Norway and is based on the 2008 early bird raffle prize model Capri. Oh god, I don't even know how I'm going to pronounce this correctly. I think it's Stjorna, which is the Swedish word for star. And this model's based on the 2008 Festival of Champions contest prize model, Seren. Then we have, I think it's Katgate, named after the sea that separates Denmark from southern Sweden and is based on the 2008 Open Model Horse Show Reserve prize model, Calabria, or Calabria, something like that. And then our last one is Stovall, which is the Nordic word for boots, and he was inspired by the 2008 volunteer model Tootsie. They're all really cute, but not really my cup of tea, so I'm not a huge fan of all the molds that they chose for the stablemates for this set, so I will happily pass. Next up we have Huey. I definitely am not pronouncing that correctly, but he is our online exclusive stablemate and he's very cute. The word Huey is Danish for describing comfortable and cozy feeling, and I'm certainly getting that with his color. Very pleasant, and he has a very warm and inviting red dun Tobiano coat. But that's not all. Breyer decided to surprise us by revealing a variation of this guy as a decorator. So a third of this guy's release will come in a metallic rosy pink coat, which is very pretty, but it's not personally a want for me, so I will pass. And our very last limited edition is Ufta. He is the traditional online exclusive, and honestly, I almost did a backflip when I saw this guy. He's on the Welsh cob model, and his color is just marvelous. I love it. Breyer has blown this one out of the park with a crazy blue roan Tovero Pinto design, and he has blue eyes. His name is the Norwegian expression to show surprise, frustration, or dismay, and I definitely was surprised. I will be buying this guy, and the second Breyer opens the online store, I will be adding him to my cart. We now move on to special runs, and these are the models Breyer sells to VIP or all access ticket holders in person or online. I brought 2 tickets, so I'll be down to get 4 special runs, and I'm hoping to get my top 4, but we'll see. First up is Litha, and before I go any further, I have to say Breyer has released the variations for their special runs early. They have never done this before, so it surprised everyone. And Litha has a variation. So my first thoughts were, I must have her. Then my second thoughts were, I need both. So yeah, Litha is on the ethereal mold, which I absolutely adore, and she was first shown as a stunning, rich, red bay Tobiano Pinto, but then Breyer had to make us suffer and reveal a decorator that I want, which is unheard of for me because I don't collect decorators, but I can't help it. The colors are just so freaking pretty. They did like a soft corally pink with some purple and blue, absolutely hard to resist. Our second special run is certainly more modest than the others. This is Aquavit, and she's on the new Molly Mule mold, and I really didn't get a good kick out of her. She's quite plain to me. I mean, they've added in like the dun stripes and the marks on her knees, but there's barely any shading to this girl. Breyer did also reveal a tail variation with her as well, which I think is pretty cool, but she's toward the bottom of my list, so yeah. Number 4 is Thingvellir, and he's on the timeless Men-O-War molds. I don't collect vintage, so I'm not completely drawn to him, but his color and pattern are really pretty. It's always nice to see older models get a new lease on life with a more modern design. Our 5th reveal was the Scandi Surprise, which honestly isn't even a reveal because it's a complete surprise anyway. We won't know what the model or the designs are until Friday morning of BreyerFest. But lots of people are speculating that it's on the Vermeer molds, which I can see, but is a huge problem for my wallet. So we'll have to wait and see when BreyerFest rolls around. Birka and Rib or Ribe are the next special runs, and I haven't got these guys really on my list because I don't really have any models on the Lonesome Glory or the Gillen molds. But their designs are really cute. Can we also just focus on how good these two look together? Like, I didn't even think these two would look so nice together. The mare is a very simple chestnut coat with Appaloosa spots, and the foal is a much lighter version done as a palomino with spots to match his mum. Breyer's photos make the foal's color look a little strange, but I am willing to bet that they are much nicer in hand. Next we have our animal release, Hirtur. I definitely am not pronouncing that correctly, who's on the elk mold, and he's based on a red deer. He's cool, but I don't know how I feel about his eyes. They kind of freak me out, so it's a no from me. Our 7th special run is Ozzyberg. And I almost died when I saw him. He's on the Othello molds, which I love a good chunk. He's a very rich seal bay. That shading is just marvelous, and his snip, Breyer has found my weakness. I love snips, but then they also decided to crush my wallet again and reveal him in a glossy split. And yeah, I'm almost certain I died a second time round because this, that, him, what the heck, I must have him now. Same can be said for the next model, Midnutsoul? Yeah, okay. Like, Breyer, just take my money. He's on the new Cosimo mold, and he's a freaking paint, and I'm almost certain that he has a blue eye on his offside and a brown eye on his show side. His markings, his color, his eyes, I love all of him. I honestly don't know how I'm going to deal with this financially. And if that wasn't enough, they also released the Wanderer on the Fireheart mold, one of my favorite molds, and I don't care that he's a decorator. He's cool, I need him. He's a moody, dappled purple and blue colored model with a spear-like face marking and raven feathers in his mane and tail. Like, what the heck? I also love Raven Maddox sculpts, so I pray, actually no, he will be coming home with me. I don't pray that he's coming, he will be coming home. So as you can probably tell, I'm going to be very broke by the end of BreyerFest. I've already managed to pull off some secondhand purchases as well, all of which will be shown during or after BreyerFest. Several of them are incredibly exciting, and one is a dream come true. Like, you have no idea who I managed to snag, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna freak out just as much as me when I get him. I'm not sure if I appreciate Breyer releasing the special run variations early. It's cool and all, but it was way more fun when it was a complete surprise. You wouldn't actually know until you unwrapped your models outside the tents, but overall, I'm excited and I can't wait to get all of my models in hand. Breyer has really dug into the theme of Midsummer Fair and the Scandinavian countries. I certainly will be too. I've already got 2 flower crowns to wear during the weekend, and I'm very excited to see everyone there. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on some of the models, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. You can also check out my Instagram at aqua.models, and with that, I will catch you all in my next video. Stay legendary.